Hey everybody, and welcome back to Spirituality with Gabriella. Today we are doing a pick a card reading on what's in store for you in 2023. I do want to share that this video is actually sponsored by Keen, which is a platform that connects you with talented tarot readers and astrologers. And I recently got a 2023 reading on Keen, which was awesome. I asked Bear Sage, who is my advisor, about my business and whether he saw me being in a relationship. And he told me that he did see me being in a relationship in 2023, which is music to my ears. And also that he sees my business growing, especially my coaching business, which is really exciting. So if you want to get your own 2023 reading on Keen, I am going to be sharing a special offer with you. You can get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. And that is actually up to $99 in savings. So some major savings that I'm sharing with you today. And I definitely hope that you'll use it and get a lot of benefit out of it. All you have to do is click on my promo link, which is in the description box below. I'm also sharing it on the screen right now. And you can also use my QR code if that's easier for you, which is also on the screen. So use my link or my QR code. Either way, you're going to get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99, and you will see what is in store for you in 2023. So without further ado, I am going to introduce the three piles that we're working with today. Over here, we have pile 1 with the rose quartz. Here we have pile 2 with the apatite. And then here we have pile 3 with the amethyst. So take all of the time that you need to tune into which pile speaks most to you. And once you've got that, you can fast forward using the timestamps below to get your own reading. And I will see you all there. Thank you so much. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So your first card here is the Four of Swords. And we're going to pull a couple cards first connected to your career. So we got the Emperor. It's a great career card. And the King of Swords. Then I'm going to do a couple love cards over here. Ooh, you got the Sun. And the Three of Pentacles. And then lastly, I'm going to pull some cards about health. The Five of Swords. Judgment. And then I'm going to pull a couple cards about spirituality. The Five of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. And then just so we don't have this big space in the middle, I'm just going to pull one general card. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so just to review, these are your career cards, your love cards, your health cards, general card, and then here we have your spirituality cards. So I'm going to start with career, and I'm going to go through all of these categories. So first things first, with your career, I'm seeing that you're going to be staying where you are for a little bit of time. If you feel like you want to make a transition, I definitely think that's still available to you, but I'm seeing that you would have to wait probably between like 2 to 4 months at least. And to me, it feels like where you are is actually stable. Even though you might not necessarily love the environment all the time, I'm seeing that generally speaking, it's actually a pretty stable environment for you and that it can provide you with a lot of healing. So I would advise you to just kind of stick it out and know that all challenges in life are here for a reason. You have the Emperor and the King of Swords, and so I'm really seeing you stepping into your leadership energy this year in 2023. I see promotions for many of you, especially if you're in a corporate job. I'm also seeing you making quite a bit more money, and this would be in the thousands, not just the hundreds. So I definitely see more money coming to you. And for many of us watching this reading, this big jump in finances would happen around May. So give it a little bit of time to play out, but I'm seeing that there's a huge change happening in May for a lot of us who are watching this. And at that point in time, you would get potentially a new title, a new role, new position, And I'm seeing that you're really stepping into your power in a big way. I'm also hearing ownership. So you're going to have more ownership. You might even be leading a team, or you might have people under you, at least 2 people is what I'm hearing. And I think that this is going to be amazing for your career. I see you really stepping into your leadership abilities this year and feeling confident in a way that you haven't before. I feel like some of us have a tendency to at times second guess ourselves, which is completely normal, but I'm just seeing that you're going to start shifting that energy and you're going to be more like the leader of the pack. And here we have this lion, and the lion is in the middle, and then there's these 2 cheetahs on either side. And I just feel like you're going to be very much in your lion or lioness energy this year, and that is going to be amazing for you. So allow your career to unfold. I see really good positive developments. I feel like you are working your way up in whatever organization you're at. I do feel most of you are at an organization or an institution. If that doesn't resonate, if you have your own business, I still think that the same message holds, which is that you're still stepping into your leadership ability. You're at top of the top. You're really harnessing your power in a new way. And I just see all of these planets, and they're all kind of gathered together in this card here. So I feel like you're able to finally pool all of your resources, and things are just getting a lot more organized. So more stable processes and systems, more organization. I even feel like financially you're going to be more on top of your money. No more fear around finances. Like I see a lot of that stuff that you've dealt with falling away in 2023. So I want to say career is very positive for you. Let's go over to love. So we have the Sun and the 3 of Pentacles. Whenever we see the Sun, that instantly tells us that you're going to have an amazing year in love. I see that a lot of you have been waiting for your person and really calling in that energy of commitment and joy and abundance. And it's interesting because this woman is gazing at this sun, and it's almost like she is not fully merged with it yet. But I see in 2023 that you will be merging with it. And I see that this is going to be happening probably in April is when I see more of like a firm commitment for a lot of you. But I want to say that allow it to wait until the summer months to really pan out fully. So I'm getting that if you're already seeing someone, I honestly think that this relationship will just continue to progress and will really blossom into something beautiful, and just allow it to take time to get there, because this sun, it's like something that you can't necessarily just grow overnight. Like this is something that grows with time. And I see trust and reliability being the big 2 themes that you're going to be working on healing. And this person is also working on that too. And I'm seeing that with the 3 of Pentacles, it's almost like you had to go through this healing process in order to fully merge with the energy of the sun. And the sun is, of course, representing this stable, loyal, committed, harmonious relationship. And I see that a lot of you have gone through very deep healing, and you've really had to be strong in yourself. Like this woman is solitary, but I see that you've pulled in your community in order to get through this time. Like any kind of healing work that you've had to do, I see that you have other friends who have supported you in it. But of course, it's been kind of hard. And in 2023, I just want you to know, I see tons of weight coming off your shoulders. I really see you being in your power. I see you being completely like merged with this beautiful energy of the sun and abundance. And I do see a partner there for you. And I feel like this will happen in April, like I said, but definitely like June, July, August are going to be really positive months. And that's when all of the work that you put in this year is going to be coming full circle. And so yeah, June, July, August are going to be really positive times for you. I see you going to a lot of events with this person. You might be attending weddings with them. I don't see you getting married necessarily, unless you're really, really manifesting that. But I definitely see you going to events as a couple. And so that tells me you're going to be in a reliable and stable partnership. And I think that this is going to be a year of great joy for you. And I definitely see that this current year has been a little bit hard, and you've been kind of caught in the dark at times, and just know that's okay. Like truly all of the healing work that you've been doing this year is going to come full circle for you, and you are going to be really happy in 2023. So a lot of joy in 2023 for sure. Okay, let's talk about health. So we have the 5 of Swords and Judgment. Okay, I'm seeing that some of us are drinking a lot of coffee, kind of stressed out. I think that in 2023, you're going to be called to change your schedule or your routine in some way. This doesn't feel like major negative energy. I want to be really clear about that. Five of Swords is not really that big of a deal. It's just a little bit of inner conflict. And I'm seeing this with your routine for some reason. Like, I'm getting this vibe that some of us just push ourselves really hard and overschedule ourselves. And then it almost like hits you in the face when you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just really tired, or I haven't rested, or I really overscheduled myself. And so I'm kind of getting that in 2023, it's going to be important to really let yourself rest more and sleep more. And I'm even getting you need like 2 hours more of sleep than you're getting on an average night. So it would be good to start with your sleep and cut back on the coffee if you're drinking a lot of it. I don't think it's good for you. I am seeing that you're going to be improving your diet and your habits. So instead of snacking and eating random things or like always going into your cupboard and getting whatever's there, I see you being more mindful. Some of you are going to try special type of diets, like even calorie counting. Some of you are going to get meal plans. Your spirit guides are saying that if you are open to it, it would be a good idea to eat more fish just to get more natural oils, and that this would somehow be very good for your brain, is what they're saying. They're literally drawing me to this person's brain, and they're like, this group needs to eat more fish and get more amino acids and things like that. So you might even explore taking certain supplements that would boost the oils, the amino acids. Of course, I'm not a licensed doctor or medical practitioner. I'm just sharing what I'm getting from spirit. So keep that in perspective. But I am seeing that there's something in 2023 where you're going to like crack the code, meaning that if you've been dealing with any kind of energy depletion, I see you actually figuring out how to do that. I also see anything with keratin is going to be really good for your hair, for your skin, your nails. And then they're also saying kelp. So anything with kelp, if you want to take some kind of supplements that have kelp in it, I feel like that would be really good for you too. I don't see any major health issues in 2023 for you. I feel like if anything, you just really need to cut back on your stress. And I am being pretty serious about that. I think that stress is really bad for your body. And of course, it's bad for everyone's body. But I almost get the sense with this pile, like you don't even know that you're stressed until you're already way too far into it. And you just wake up one day and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't been taking care of myself. So I'm just hearing breath work, yoga, movement, getting out on walks, like really changing your routine in a very practical way and in an intentional way is going to help you out a lot. And I see you getting a lot of clarity in your mind the more that you do that. So I see a lot of mental clarity coming to you. So take a look at your supplements, make sure that you're truly taking care of yourself this upcoming year. And I see that things are actually going to balance out and be really good. Okay, I'm going to go to spirituality, and then I'm going to come back to the general card. So we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Pentacles. What I see in 2023 is like a major change. So I think especially because this year has been pretty hard for a lot of us, and there's been a lot of healing and a lot of pain. The Five of Pentacles to me is just showing that at times you might have lost faith with your spirituality. Like you might even lose faith in certain practices like manifestation or tarot. You might think, well, I saw a lot of solace in that at one point, but now it feels like nothing is really happening with it, and I don't really know if I can trust it, or at least that's the energy I'm getting. But what I'm seeing is that in 2023, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here, that mindset is going to be changing and your faith is going to be restored. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, all of these practices are actually so supportive and I can't believe them. And it's because you're going to be getting physical 3D proof that all of that energy you've been putting out there is actually returning back to you in kind. So if you're feeling a little bit Five of Pentacle-ish at the current moment, just know that's okay. It's going to pass. I do see around March, April is a turning point for many of us. I would let the first few months of the year just kind of pan out. It might be similar energy to what you've been dealing with, and I'm just being honest. But I'm seeing that around March, April, you're going to be feeling a lot more joyful, a lot happier. And then again, for this pile, I keep getting drawn to the summer months as a very positive time. You might even be going on a trip, like somewhere with water, traveling with friends. I see all of that for you, and I think it's going to be very positive. I'm also seeing in August, you're going to get back into your creative self. and really embodying that creativity and letting it flow through you. So just give yourself time to let all of this come to fruition. But generally speaking, I see a relationship for you in 2023. It's going to be a committed and loyal partnership. It will make you very happy. And it's something you have been internally manifesting for a long time. I see promotions. I see more money in the thousands of dollars for many of you. I really think you need to take care of your stress. And I think that you're going to find a lot more faith in spirituality. And then last thing here, the Queen of Wands. This is just you harnessing your power. This is all of your visions, your innovations, your creations, like all of this is happening for you this year. So this is a very positive card to get for the year ahead. It's a very beautiful card saying that you're going to be harnessing your power and your magnetic force and really making things happen this year. And all of that energy that you've been manifesting and putting out there is truly going to be coming back to you, especially after April, to be specific. So I hope that this helps you. If you liked this, please give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, share it if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to get your Keen reading, $1.99 for your first 10 minutes. Use my link down below or the QR code, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye! All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So your first card is the Seven of Pentacles, and the first card I pulled is about your career, and I'm going to pull 2 more connected to your career today. The Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Then I'm going to pull 2 cards connected to love. The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Wow. Okay, awesome. And now I'm going to pull some cards related to your health. The Fool, the Knight of Wands, and now some cards related to spirituality. The Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and lastly, 1 general card. The Moon. Okay, beautiful. All right, you guys, so let's get started over here with the career section. So the first thing that I heard for you is I see you working really hard, and I see a lot of partnerships and collaborations coming in for you. This could be client work. This could also be brand promotions if you are an entrepreneur or you have your own company. I see like contracts, consulting work, like all of that is in your field in 2023. I feel like some of us are wanting to shift into having a more flexible work schedule, or perhaps that's something that you've been intentionally building towards for a long time. And I definitely see that being available to you this year in 2023. I'm getting that you might be working pretty hard on that, especially the first 3 to 4 months of the year. And then a little bit in the middle of the year, like June, July, is when everything is truly panning out. So I do want you to be prepared because I'm seeing around February time, you're going to be really busy. Like I see you almost overloaded, and I'm just being honest. But when we see the Seven of Pentacles, this is a pretty intense energy. It means that you're putting a lot of work in. It also means that your work is reaping reward though, and you're laying the foundations for the future. So if you want a lifestyle where you're more of like a digital nomad or an entrepreneur, you have your own business, you have a lot of different collaborations or contracts or partnerships, I definitely see that being available to you. And I just want you to know that you're going to be putting in some hard work to make that happen. I'm seeing that especially at times in the year, you might feel a little bit conflicted because we have the Eight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So on the one hand, all of this stuff is happening for you with the Ace of Pentacles, but on the other hand, you might feel like you're still building it. And so there might just be this energy of stuckness at times, definitely with the Eight of Swords. And so this could be something like you are working on building your own company on the side, but you're still working a full-time job. Therefore, you feel kind of stuck, but at the same time, building your company is going really well. And so I'm just seeing a little bit of energy of like push and pull, where it's not one thing or the other, but I definitely think 2023 is like the turnkey year. meaning that this is the year where you're going to put the work in, you're going to lay the foundations for your future. Everything is ultimately going to work out. I highly advise you to go in this direction of building more flexibility and autonomy for yourself. I'm just hearing that your future self will thank you if you do that. So instead of pushing it off or even being lazy, is what your spirit guides are saying, make sure that you really commit this year. And I know I'm being kind of intense, but truly, I see that if you commit and if you decide that you're going to make this happen, you are always going to thank yourself for the effort that you're putting in right now and the effort that you will be putting in, because it's going to allow you to have a much more flexible, autonomous lifestyle. I feel like we have a lot of people in this group who just want to live on their own terms. Like, you want to be able to travel, you want to be able to go to cool places like Hawaii and Aruba and Europe and travel the world. And I'm just seeing that if you put in the work to make this happen, you are going to be successful. It's not always going to be easy, but 2023 is a major year for you to really make your dreams come true and lay the foundation for that. So that's your career. Let's move on to love. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. I 100% see you in a relationship this year. This relationship seems to me like your life partner. So this is a really big year for you. If you have not yet met this person, I'm getting that a lot of you don't know who they are yet. You'd probably meet them around March is what I'm getting. And obviously it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I see a major change in energy. Feels to me like a lot of you are working right now. You're kind of solitary. You're focused on your schedule and your life. And some of you might even have children, because I'm seeing that you're very busy. But I'm seeing that with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like this destined change is coming for you. And the Chariot means that all of that hard work that you've been putting in, all of that cultivating energy that you've been saving towards a relationship, it's all going to come back to you this year. I see this person really sharing the same mindset when it comes to dreams and goals, because when I'm tapping into this energy over here, I'm getting drawn to these stars and this kind of temple-like structure. And to me, it feels like this person dreams big. Like, they have a very futuristic energy, which might be kind of like an Aquarian energy or even like a Leo energy. They have a lot of energy that holds charge. And so I see that the two of you share the same life goals. And you also share the same values. And I see this person being very stable. The only thing I'm going to say about this person is that they really do dream big. And so they're not going to be conventional. And I'm not saying that you want a conventional relationship, but I'm seeing that at times you might struggle to help your friends understand this person's mindset. Like, I'm seeing this person has major, major goals, and you do too. So it actually works really well between the two of you. But when it comes to more like social situations, like telling your friends about this person, why they're making the decisions that they're making, your friends might be kind of like, what? Like, why are they doing that? And so I'm just hearing that you're going to have to bridge the gap at times. However, I'm seeing that this relationship really fulfills you, and I see it surrounded by light. And I also see that this person is very respectful of you. So this is going to be awesome. One of the major events of this year. I see this relationship really coming to fruition around July, and then something again in September. Feels like in September something significant is happening between the two of you. You may even move in together, is what Spirit is saying, but obviously adjust that to your situation. If that doesn't make sense for where you are right now, that's perfectly fine. But honestly, bookmark this reading and come back to it, because Spirit is telling me that this is the proof and the evidence. And then when you come back, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that she said that. So definitely earmark this reading, and I see really good things for a relationship. Okay, let's go to health. So we have the Fool and the Knight of Wands. I'm seeing like some of you have actually had some struggles with your health, especially with your gut. Some of you have some bacteria in the gut, like candida, and I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm just seeing this spiritually. And I also want you to know this is not a big deal. Like, this stuff can definitely be healed, and anyone who tells you that it can't be is wrong. I'm seeing the Fool and the Knight of Wands being very positive. I'm seeing you completely healing your gut. I'm seeing a lot of you signing up to work with a nutritionist or a naturopath and really making healthy, sustainable changes in your diet. And I'm literally seeing you heal yourself from the inside out. So it feels really beautiful. For those of us who are female, I'm seeing that you might be doing some work around like womb healing or womb clearing, because I'm seeing that there's some energetic cords attached to that area. And although you might call that spiritual, it's also affecting your gut. And so I want to look at it from the lens of health. And I just want to let you know it would be a really beautiful thing to do because that's an energy of power. Like your spirit guides are saying that that's a power center. It's also a creativity center. And they're just saying that if you heal your womb, you are going to heal a lot of inner child wounding and a lot of energy cords that you've been holding. So that would be a really beautiful thing to do. For all of us watching, I definitely feel like your health is going to be on a good track. I see a lot of us getting into fitness, cardio, weightlifting, even swimming. I'm seeing a lot of running too. So it feels like your health is definitely on an upswing and it's going to continue getting better and better. So my main advice is making sure that you're eating healthy and that you're getting like all of the nutrients that you need. And then other than that, supplementing it with like cardio looks really good for this pile. And then just anything where you're getting that movement in. But I feel like your health is going to be really good this year. And if you've been struggling with it, I want you to know that this year is going to be a good turning point for you. So very positive energy coming through. And this could even happen fairly quickly when we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like if you have been struggling with something, the collective energy has been tough recently. But in 2023, things are going to be getting better. And there is going to be an upswing in energy, and it almost feels like your health gets better in parallel with this upswing in energy that I'm seeing. So I'm going to come over here to spirituality. We have the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Couldn't really get more amazing cards than these two. I honestly feel like you are a very spiritual person, or at least what I would call a faith-based person. I feel like you just trust in the divine power of the universe. You trust that everything unfolds as it's meant to. I think your spirituality is really going to help you with your career this year. That's a very strong linkage that I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that when it comes to relationships, you actually are able to maintain this chillness or this sense of calm about you, and that it will just come to you when it's meant to. And I think you trust in that. And that's why I get really positive energy. The Ace of Wands shows me that you have really good manifesting power. So go ahead, definitely manifest. Step into that as something that you can really use to even kind of control your reality. And I think that you'll just be awakening to deeper spiritual gifts this year. I'm getting that a lot of us will have downloads that help us with our innovations and our creativity. So definitely tune into those downloads. I'm also just seeing with the Ace of Wands, this person walking through this door. To me, it actually looks more like a mirror. And your spirit guides are saying that if you can look at yourself in the mirror and speak to yourself as if you were someone else and just say all of these really positive things that you love about yourself, that's actually going to help everything. It's going to help your career. It's going to help love. It's going to help your health. So I feel like if you can make that a daily practice, even if it's just 2 minutes or 5 minutes, it's really going to help. So I see really good things with spirituality, and I actually feel like I don't need to give you that much advice in that area because I think you're already really strong there. And then lastly, we have the Moon. So what I want to say about this card is this is the general card that I picked for this pile. I'm seeing that your intuition is going to come in even stronger, so really trust it. I also see with the Moon that at times you may deal with some uncertainty, but I almost want to say that it's a non-issue. Like, yes, uncertainty comes and goes, but in a weird way, you're going to channel this uncertainty into positive things, like working hard to build that flexible lifestyle that you've been wanting. And I feel like it's actually going to serve you. So you don't really need to worry about getting rid of it. It just feels like you use it and then you channel it into a very healthy, productive way. And for example, let's just say you're uncertain about your health. Well, if anything, that is going to motivate you to be even healthier. So I'm kind of seeing that this uncertainty is not actually harmful. It's actually kind of a good thing. And I would just encourage you to really harness it this year in 2023. I feel like it will stand you in good stead. So just know any uncertainty that comes up can always be changed and even manipulated into something helpful. And I feel like you will be trusting your intuition. Like I said, I see a lot around the womb and the gut this year, and I feel that that's one of your power centers. So the more you can heal your sacral chakra, the better. And that is going to be something that's going to bring in energetically a lot more love and light and support, and also community. I do also want to let you know, it's interesting because at certain points in this year, I see you being quite solitary and just putting your head down and working. But at the same time, I see this major community around you, and it feels like everyone's really proud of you. and I see everyone cheering you on. So I think in 2023, it's going to be this year where it's like you have all of these cheerleaders and they're kind of coming out of the woodwork. They're all of these people that have been friends with you or following you for a while, and you might not even know that they support you so much, but they really do. And so this year you might be making some really major risks. Like, for example, you might leave like a corporate job, or you might completely change a job, change your lifestyle, move somewhere crazy like Bali. I'm just giving examples, but I feel like even though it might feel kind of scary and uncertain in the moment, I see major reward. And I just really encourage you to lean into this year, take a leap of faith. Feels like everything's going to work out really well for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed your 2023 reading. It was really fun to do. Give me a like if you did enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button. And you can, of course, share it if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to get your Keen reading. It is $1.99 for your first 10 minutes as a new client of Keen. And you can use my promo link down below to do that. So thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So your first card is for career. And you guys got the 4 of Pentacles, which is a pretty good career card. So I'm just going to pull 2 more cards for career. The 5 of Cups. And the 7 of Swords. Seems like there's some changes coming up for you guys. All right, I'm going to pull 2 cards for love. The 6 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords. Then I'm going to pull 2 cards for your health this year. Okay, you have Strength. And you have the 9 of Swords. And then I'm going to pull a couple cards for spirituality. We have Justice. And we have the World. Amazing. And then I'm just going to pull 1 general card. The 7 of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of messages. I'm going to start by talking about the general messages that I'm getting, and then I'll circle back to all the different categories. So with the 7 of Wands, what I want you to know is this is going to be a transition year for you. It's also going to be a year of great transformation. I'm seeing that you're going to have to make some major decisions this year. This could be like leaving a job, could be like moving, it could even be leaving a relationship, is what your spirit guides are saying. And they just want you to not be afraid of what's going to happen on the other side, because this year is actually continuing to cleanse old, unwanted energy that is not serving you anymore. And I do see at times that this can be kind of painful, and I'm going to be honest about that, but it is necessary, because what's happening is by the end of this year, your energy is going to have up-leveled and become more high vibrational and more pure. And so that's going to come with some challenges, but I do see this year being a major year of growth. And especially with the double 7 that we have going on here, it's also a year of spirituality and solitude, and it's an analytical year. So 7 in numerology is all about being like a student, being analytical, like really looking deeply within and being truly truthful to yourself, not anybody else, but to yourself. And so what I want you to think about as you approach this new year ahead is, what is true to me? Because truly, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks if you're not happy. So it's going to be really important that you are happy this year and that you make decisions for yourself. So for your career, we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. I'm seeing some interesting energy with career. To me, it feels like, first of all, the universe holds you, and I want you to know that. I feel like some of us might not love our work situation right now. It seems a little depressing or even like chaotic. And so with the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, I'm led to believe that you might be seriously looking to exit that situation and to look for more of a stable situation for yourself. And I think that's something that is completely justifiable. I'm seeing it's going to take a little bit of work, and I do see you interviewing at a couple places. And then I feel by the summer months, there's a change. So definitely by like July, August, I feel like you just are able to take a breath of fresh air. Everything feels better all of a sudden, all at once. Everything's flowing in for you. And I'm not going to lie, it might be a little frustrating up until that point because it seems like you're putting in a lot of effort and you're like, where is my reward? But I do see reward coming for you. And I definitely want you to know that the universe is holding you this entire time. I see that things with finances are actually pretty good for you this year, especially with the Four of Pentacles. So your financial well-being is really healthy and good. It really just seems like you might not love the environment that you're working in. I'm getting the vibe like where you are currently, people ask too much of you. They're not really that grateful for everything you're doing, or they're not rewarding you enough. And just know all of that is going to change, and just allow the energies to shift, because I'm seeing it might take until like the summer months, and it feels like a lot of weight is going to come off your shoulders with career and things are going to be getting a lot better. But just allow yourself to ease into that process and know that you are held the entire year. Never any worries about money, nothing like that. So honestly, everything's actually going to be going pretty well, even if at times the environment that you're working in is frustrating. I do see you moving into a place that I would call more community-based. So even if it's the same industry, it may feel like a more intimate team or a smaller team. I'm seeing like more color and more support. And so when I'm tapping into that energy of color, it feels like you have this permission to be a little bit more creative, and there might not be as many internal politics or as many check the box activities. And I think that's very good for you. And I do crave that for you. I crave that you're in this environment where you feel open and supported and like you can just be yourself. So once again, this whole career thing is a great spiritual lesson in just being who you are from the inside out. And I do see you are making some major steps towards that this year in 2023. So we have the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords for love. Okay. Some of us are leaving a relationship that we've been in for a while. This might not be a formal relationship. It might be like more casual right now. And I think that this decision is really hard. And my heart goes out to you because I see that this is hard. And I just want you to know that you really honestly deserve the world, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I'm seeing that Spirit is also guiding you and supporting you in this as well, but that it has to come at the right time. Whenever we see the Six of Swords, I do see things moving in a positive direction, meaning that you're going to be spiritually aligning with yourself and also with others around you. And so we have the sun here, and then we also have this black moon. And very honestly, I think the energy is just going to be a little bit mixed sometimes because we have both light and dark. And so I see you kind of flip-flopping between these two emotions, the lightness internally and then also the darkness internally. And just know all of that healing has to take place. I see a lot of joy in store for you, but it feels like it might take a little bit of work to get there. When we have the Two of Swords, I usually read this as a bit of a stalemate. And we even see these two people and they're kind of separate from each other. So I have a feeling like you might have your eye on someone, you know, they might not be fully reciprocating. That could be very challenging for you. And really, Spirit is saying it's up to you how long you want to entertain a situation like that. And Spirit is also saying that, you know, it can be hard to deal with that type of situation, but just really trust your spiritual guidance in 2023, because I see you getting a lot of intuitive downloads and hits that would help you with that situation. And also, I'm not predestining anything. I'm really just saying if that situation resonates for you, like if you've been dealing with that, just know that you're not alone. I want you to know your spirit guides are truly watching out for you, and everything is in the name of healing. And I do see whether you decide to leave a relationship or deal with what feels like a little bit of uncertainty for some time, you are truly held, and there is going to be something positive on the other side. Your spirit guides are just saying, always remember how strong you are and how powerful you are, and remember that you create your own reality. So definitely only accept the love that you deserve. That's something that I do want to say to you as you move into this new year. And that's going to be a really important message in really every aspect of your life. So your career, love, health, spirituality, all of the above. Only accept what you deserve. Do not accept what you don't deserve. You have to be almost radical this year with pushing things out that no longer serve you, and you're just telling the universe that you are ready to up level. And I see you up leveling in a really beautiful way. So just going to be sending you a lot of confidence and bravery, because I do get the sense that this year you're going to be making some pretty intense decisions. And I think all of these decisions are in your highest good, and that it's allowing your energy body to rise and to be like this phoenix. Like, it's really beautiful. But I do get the sense like it might be a little tough at times, and that's okay. That's been my year this year. So you're not alone, and I want you to know that. Okay, so health, we have strength and the 9 of Swords. So I'm getting that at times you may be feeling a little anxious. How I'm reading this is actually not like a physical problem. It's more like an emotional thing that would be happening. And I do have a feeling like this love stuff and this health stuff that I'm seeing is a little bit connected. So if you are struggling with anxiety or even like feeling lower, like maybe you just feel like you don't have all your energy, I just want you to know that this year you are going to prove to yourself that you're really strong. I also am seeing you seeking support, and I see you seeking support in multiple different ways. I see you seeking support for your spiritual healing and also potentially for your physical healing. And I just want you to know that you are supported, and Spirit is saying that at times you can self-isolate, but it's not because you want to. It's just that you're used to dealing with your stuff and you don't always realize how much support you have around you. And Spirit is just saying that you actually have like an amazing community of people around you. If only you really pick your head up and look around, you'll see, oh my gosh, wow, all these people really love me and care about me. And so I want you to know that you have a ton of support. And even if it's not people that live locally around you, I'm seeing you have a lot of support in an online community, and that you should tap into that more. This could be like a spiritual community, a healing community. I just get a really positive energy around it, and it seems like it's very healing for you. And I would really try and lean into that and even invest in that, because that's going to help with your physical and mental, emotional health. When we see strength here, we're always being called to remember that we have so much more strength and willpower internally than we believe. And I just want you to know that life has already thrown you a bunch of challenges, and you've gotten through thick and thin. Like, I can see that in your energy field. You are a person who knows if you were left alone in the desert, literally like this person here, you would be able to make it out alive. And I just want to remind you of that, because you have a lot of willpower, a lot of strength and bravery and courage. And I'm not trying to give you like talk me up, like cheerleader talk, but I think that it's important that you always remember how powerful you are. I feel like sometimes it's easy to forget it, especially if you're dealing with like a weird situation at work, or maybe like love is kind of hard sometimes. I just want you to know, like, you are truly a powerful being and you are a creator. And the more that you harness that intrinsic power that you have inside of you, the better things are going to get. And really just forget about the people-pleasing tendencies in 2023, because the main message in this reading is you are being called to just completely live for yourself, inside and out. Whether other people like it or not, doesn't matter. You just do what makes you happy and what aligns with you. And I feel everything is going to settle and fall into place if you do that. I honestly feel like problems arise only when you're making decisions to please others. And that's how your energy would be constrained. And that would actually manifest in problems like anxiety. But the more that you're doing what makes you truly happy internally, the better. Okay. So last thing here, we have spirituality. So you have justice and the world. This is the part of the reading that is very highly charged. Like, when I'm even scanning these cards over here on the right, there's so much charged energy. And so I know that this year, 2023, is like a huge spiritual up-leveling for you. So like I said, you're going to be making some major decisions, major events coming, might leave a job, might leave a relationship, might enter into some new agreements here. And I'm just seeing that spirituality is truly like this river of faith that you keep the entire year 2023. Justice, everything is happening for a reason, literally everything. Even if at times you can't see why, it's all happening to up-level you, and you're becoming highly attuned. Your energy body is literally getting lighter. And that is why there's this huge need to let go of all of this stuff that is kind of like dark and not serving you anymore whatsoever. And so with justice, I just want you to know that you're going to create this huge balance between dark and light, and you're going to be able to carry both. And you'll do so with a lot of beauty and pragmatism, and you're going to do so again with a lot of power. So just know that everything is available to you. I see a lot of you really stepping into energy work in a big way. You might first invest in it for yourself, but I can see you actually becoming a very powerful healer. If you're called to do any spiritual work, whether it be tarot or shamanic journeying or psychic surgery, I feel like all of those would be really beautiful modalities for you to dive into. And I think you would surprise yourself and you would be like, oh my gosh, spirit is all around me, channeling through me all the time. And you would see how powerful you are. With the world, first of all, the world is your oyster and spirit wants you to know that. I feel like you are such a powerful person, and I'm kind of just getting like you've only just scathed the surface. So I'm seeing like an iceberg, and it feels like you're still at the tip of the iceberg, and I'm saying it in a really positive way where the whole rest of the iceberg is ready for you and it's at your disposal. And this year is going to be the year where you truly show yourself, wow, I have so much willpower. I have so much creativity. I can truly harness this energy to make anything happen. And so I think this year is like a major year of self-belief and self-confidence and just making things happen. And I see you creating a lot, and I see you just really up-leveling in your energy body. So when we see the world, spirituality is going to be the thing that gets you through all of these decisions. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say that everything's amazing and easy. It's not. There's going to be some hard transitions, but it's all for the best. And I'm sitting here seeing the outcome, so to speak. Like I can see from now and I can see how these events play out, and I can see it's all for a big up-leveling. And I just want you to remember that as you're going through it, because it can be hard to remember that. And I have been through many spiritual transitions myself, and it truly can be hard to remember that. But I just want you to know it's happening for a reason, and you're being called to shift into this new paradigm of energy that's available to us. And it's going to be really beautiful for you. So that is your 2023 reading. I hope that it resonated with you. I hope that you liked it. If it did resonate, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and share it if you feel so inclined. And definitely don't forget to use your Keen offer, $1.99 for your first 10 minutes. You can get that using my promo link down below. And I wish you all a beautiful year, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.